CJ Mills here. It's the Agile PMP. So I want to talk about Monte Carlo. And no, I'm not talking about those sweet rides that we see sometimes in NASCAR or like an old classic car, but I'm talking about Monte Carlo analysis. So let me relate it. We've seen what's happening in Houston. And if you've been watching the Weather Channel, you'll see people talking about, oh, we've got these weather patterns that are coming down. They're talking about the hurricanes that are happening, coming off the Atlantic coast. Some of them are now dripping down, and maybe they're gonna come into the Panhandle. And so what happens is that you're seeing this data that's being modeled. That's what Monte Carlo is. It's just modeling the data. It's taking all these data points and then it's running tens of thousands of simulations. Not thousands, but tens of thousands of simulations. Where else do you see this? Some of you guys may be John Madden fans. You might play that football game or any of the basketball games, any of these video games these days, and you can be the coach or you can be the GM and you can run the simulation for the season and just see what happens. That's Monte Carlo analysis too. It's saying, okay, how do these players perform in certain types of weather or certain types of defense or against a certain team? And so you're seeing that with the weather patterns right now. So if you're watching what's happening in Houston, know that you're seeing Monte Carlo analysis. And as they're modeling the data, that word model, what they're meaning there is that you're seeing it in colors. You're seeing the reds and the blues and the oranges. It's just taking all of those data points, the currents, the current patterns in the ocean, the pressure in the air, the amount of water that's in the air, the historical data points that comes from the almanacs or all the years and upon years of data they've collected. And then they're saying what's happening now and what's likely to happen. And then they're running these simulations. That's Monte Carlo. So that's our word of the day, Monte Carlo. Yeah, it's a sweet ride, but at the same time, it's also something that we see in our daily lives, from video games to the Weather Channel to, in fact, how quickly can we get concrete to dry? Even construction companies will use it. So the next time you guys see Monte Carlo or hear about it, just think, man, now I know what I'm seeing on the Weather Channel, or when all the kids are playing the video games, they're not really playing, but they're just being like the general manager. That's Monte Carlo as well. So just want to give you guys the word of the day. As always, create solutions, adapt processes, think strategically. Have a good night.